Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Vamshik Shetty, pursuing third year B in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the major topic in the software management on the software engineering and the project management, that is evolutionary process model. Now let us discuss about the evolutionary process models. First, what is evolutionary process model? Evolutionary models are the iterative. They are characterized in a manner that enables us to develop increasingly more complete versions of software. There are two common evolutionary process models. There are mainly two types of evolutionary process models, and they are listed as below. First one is the prototyping process model, and the second one is the spiral model. These are the major two models which comes under the evolutionary process models. Now let us discuss about the each and every type. First, let us discuss about the prototyping process models. Prototyping model. A customer defines a set of general objectives for software, but does not identify detailed requirements for functions and the features. In other cases, the developer may be unsure of of the efficiency of an algorithm, the adaptability of an operating system, or the form that human machine interaction should take. In these and many other situations, a prototyping paradigm may offer the best approach, although prototyping can be used as a standalone process model. It is more commonly used as a technique that can be implemented within the context of any one of the process models. The prototyping paradigm assist you and the other stakeholders to better understand what is to be built when the requirements are physical. Here we can see that the architecture of the prototyping model, where it contains the mainly of the five phases. The first phase is the communication phase, and the second phase is the quick plan, and the third phase is the modeling and the quick design, and the fourth phase is the construction of the prototype, and at last we're gonna go for deployment, delivery, and the feedback phase. The prototyping paradigm begins with the communication. You meet with the stakeholders to define the overall objectives for the software, identify whatever requirements are now, and outline the areas where further definition is for mandatory. The prototyping iteration is planned quickly and the model quickly and modeling in the form of quick design and has occurs. And a quick design focuses on the representation of those aspects of the software that will be visual to the end users. The quick design leads to the construction of the prototype, and the prototype is deployed and evaluated by the stakeholders who provide the feedback that is further used to further refine requirements. Iteration occurs as the prototype is tuned to satisfy the need of various stakeholders, while at the same time enabling you to better understand what needs to be done. So this is about the five phase which we are going to discuss in the prototyping model, and the prototype serve as the mechanism for identifying software requirements. Both stakeholders and the software engineers like prototyping criteria users get a feel for the actual system, and the developers get a build something immediately. Yet prototyping can be problematic for the following reasons. So these are the main these are we have listed the main two disadvantages in the prototyping model, where the stakeholders see what happens to be working version of the software, unaware that the prototyping is held together haphazardly, unaware that in rush to get it working you haven't considered overall software quality or long term maintainability. When informed, the product must be rebuilt so that high levels of quality can be maintained. Stakeholders cry foul and demand that if you fixes be applied to make a prototype working product. As a software engineer, you often make implementation compromises in order to get a prototype work quickly. An appropriate operating system or the programming language may be used simply because it is available and known. An inefficient algorithm may be implemented simply to demonstrate the capability. After a time, you may become comfortable with these choices and forget all the reasons why they were inappropriate. The less than the ideal choice has now become an integral part of the system. So these are the two main disadvantages which comes under the prototyping model. Now let us discuss about the next model, that is spiral model. Originally, the spiral model is proposed by the Barry Boehm, and the spiral model is an evolutionary software process model that couples the iterative nature of the prototyping with the controlled and the systematic aspects of the waterfall model. It provides the potential for rapid development of the increasingly more complete versions of the software. Using the spiral model, the software is developed in a series of evolutionary releases. During early iterations, the release might be a model or prototype. During later iterations, increasingly more complete versions of the engineered system are produced. A spiral model is divided into a set of framework activities defined by the software engineering team. Each of the framework activities represents one segment of the spiral path. As this evolutionary process begins, the software teams perform activities that are implemented by a circuit around the spiral in a clockwise direction, beginning at the center. Risk is considered as each revolution is made. Anchor point milestones, a combination of work products and the conditions that are attained along the path of the spiral, are noted for each evolutionary pass. This is about the spiral model. Now let us discuss about the uh, architecture of the spiral model, where it begins with the communication phase, and next is the planning phase, where we are going to estimate the estimation of the scheduling risk analysis takes place, and then we are going with the modeling phase, where the analysis design takes place, and then we are going with the construction phase, where we want to optimize the code and we are going to test that code, and at last we are going for the deployment phase and the delivery, and we are going to take the delivery of the feedback. Unlike the other process models that end when software is delivered, the spiral model can be adapted to apply throughout the life of the computer software. The spiral model is a realistic approach to the development of a large-scale systems and the software. Because software evolves as the process progress, the developer and the customer better understand and react to the risk at each evolutionary level. The spiral model uses the prototyping as a risk reduction mechanism, but more importantly enables us to apply the prototyping approach at any stage in the evolution of the product. It maintains the systematic stepwise approach suggested by the classic life cycle, but incorporates into an iterative framework that more realistically reflects the real world. So this is about the spiral model. So as we discussed in the evolutionary model, there are two types of model. So the first one is the prototyping model, and the next is the spiral model. So this is about the evolutionary process model. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you. For more video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.